So the Datsun has lost a little weight. We plan on taking the fenders off either way, but my dad and I kind of got bored during this whole lockdown stuff, so we took the fenders off, and I'm just gonna sand them on a table. I got one of them almost halfway done. I got this side done, the whole top side of it's done. But yeah, I mean, we are now like 98% gutted, basically. Front end's out, as you can see. Rear end we took out, episode 7. And oh, what do you know? Soundproofing. Obviously, I finished sandblasting those 2 areas. Man, like a bird fight going on out there. Sandblasted those 2 areas in between the seats, and then a little bit behind the brackets for the seats. And then we did some really thick Rust-Oleum primer that you had to roll on with like a paint roller. I mean, it is thick. And that had to dry for 2 days. Came back, hit it with bed liner, and then started soundproofing or sound deadening, whatever you want to call it. Soundproofing, sound deadening the interior. It's all dirty right now, but from starting to sand on this side. But for the most part, I have never done any sort of sound deadening or dampening, whatever you want to call it, ever. I watched a few videos, but other than that, I feel like it came out pretty good since of me never doing anything. Wow, English is hard right now. Anyways, so it came out pretty good, and it's not really the best sound deadening material you can buy, but the reviews on it say it's the best for the bunny. So we decided this would probably be the best route economically right now, and it'll be good enough. So I got to get another box, and then I'll do the fenders or inner fenders, wheel well, whatever you want to call them, and then the roof or ceiling up in there, firewall, and then take the doors off and split them. So we'll take out all the old sound deadening in here with some dry ice and re-put all the new stuff on the inside. Same thing for inside the fenders in here. That stuff is going to be a pain to get out of there, but it will be absolutely worth it. And that won't be anytime soon. Hopefully it'll be in like a month or 2, because I'm not looking forward to that. So for now, I'm just gonna keep sanding and see how far I can get tonight, and then we'll see what else I can find to do. What I found. I knew this car was going to be too good to be true. Nah, it's no biggie. But yeah, it's definitely been hit somehow. I noticed I started getting high spots here and here and a couple other spots along the sides here. And then a big old gouge out of it right there, and a couple small ones. It's kinked over. Look at that whole corner. Whole corner. And it looks perfect. So whatever body shop that this was taken to, they did a very good job at making this thing absolutely perfect. And taking it all out and redoing it, and it'll be just as good, if not better. So But yeah, that's definitely very interesting to see how good of a job that they did to really make it come and look like it was never crashed, nothing. So cool. And like 20 pounds of bondo is off, so that's cool. I mean, I still got a little bit left in there, but for the most part, this butchered fender is pretty close to being done from sanding. Obviously nowhere near done, but I mean, the body work that was done to this car was truly phenomenal, because from what it looked like that, as opposed to the way it looked when we first saw it, and I've looked at, I had no idea this thing had ever been crashed or in a minor accident or whatever. I don't know the full story. I didn't even know it was wrecked, obviously. So it is pretty banged up. A few little dents and creases, and it just crinkled like a can all along here. So that'll all have to be fixed. And some of you guys on my Instagram said, oh, it looks like I got shot with buckshot or birdshot or whatever for all these little dents. But actually, it's a little hammer that you hit it with. It's just got a point. It's just like a chipping hammer, basically. And when the metal's expanded out after it'll be warped or something like that, all these little dents, they shrink the metal to try and get it back to the original shape. So if you look at it, you can kind of see it still has the arch to it right there, the curves, and that's because of the hammer that they were hitting it with, to try and bring that shape back. So once they did just absolutely sling bondo on it like that all the way across this whole thing, it wasn't as hard to make everything look original again. So, and they, like I said again, they did a great job of bondo, but I don't want to cover this car in bondo when it's done. So we're gonna have to try and fix this lip on the, I mean, this lip doesn't really matter because the fender flares are gonna be cut like that all the way around it, but it'd still be nicer to work with if it was all smooth, or at least pulled out some of these main creases and all that. And some of this right here, we can reach it on the inside and make some special little tools to pull stuff and kind of warp it in whatever way we want to really contour the accents of our fender flares. But till then, I mean, this fender looks pretty butchered. It's kind of scary and a little bit intimidating, but it'll we'll make some light work out of it. So yeah, on to the next thing.